Hey, welcome to the Local Spotlight Show here at WJBM Studios in Jerseyville, Illinois, the voice of the Tri-Counties. I am Chris Lorton. I am your host again today. And with me, I have a gentleman that's been around for Jerseyville many years, does a lot of good things, retired for the last 13 years, but just keeps on doing stuff. Welcome, Richard Lott. Hey, Richard, how are you?
Great. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes. I noticed you got your Salvation Army shirt on.
Yeah. Well, that's a big part of what I do as in retirement.
Yeah, they go 100 miles an hour, huh? And yes.
Just cranking up for our tree of lights this year.
Tree of lights.
So it's coming up quickly.
Boy, I tell you, you always stay busy working for the Salvation Army. There's always something to do, right?
Yes.
Now, Richard, you grew up in Jersey County or
Yes.
Jerseyville, or where'd you grow up at?
Jersey County. We moved down here when I was 6 years old, and from Iowa, and I'm the fourth of 10 kids.
Yeah.
So that's quite a crew.
Was your dad and mom, were they farmers?
No, we lived out in the country by Otterville on a 40-acre just timber place.
Yeah.
But he worked at Olin. That's the reason we came down here in the first place.
Okay.
Is his brother-in-law got him on down at Olin as an employee back in the 50s. So that's how we ended up here at the beginning. But anyway, we grew up down by Otterville, and in the country folks, we were country folks at heart.
Now, when you were a kid, did the buses pick you up in Otterville?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they picked us up in front of the house.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. So you graduated from high school, and then what happened?
Went to work at Olin Corporation for a year.
Yeah.
And got drafted into the Army. And this was in 1969 when Vietnam was hot and heavy.
Yes, it was.
So I got to go visit them a short while. Oh, I did serve in Vietnam, got wounded over there, and got a medical discharge from the Army because of that.
So what happened where'd you go actually at Vietnam?
To Cu Base Camp was the place we were at, which is about 100 miles north of Saigon, which I guess is Ho Chi Minh
Were
City
you
now.
what was your job? Were you just
I was
patrol
infantry.
or something?
I was an infantry sergeant.
Yeah.
And I was on a armored personnel carrier as a commander of the track.
An armored personnel carrier.
Which is like a little small tank.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were on that.
Yes.
And what was your job on that?
Just a track commander, they called it.
Okay.
And, we had I had like four.
How old were you?
Not 20 at the time.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
A youngster.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
there were a lot of people like that around me were the same age.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. And you were the track commander, and you'd just go out on patrol or what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what were you looking for?
Just everything's fairly quiet around where we were, but we were just kind of making sure that there was nothing bad going on. And I was only there about 38 days.
How'd you get injured?
Some kind of booby trap went off and got me.
Okay.
So anyway, that pretty well put the end of my career there on that part of it.
Have you overcome the injury?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I have the effects of it, but I'm okay.
Good. So you came back and then healed up and on to college, or what?
Yes, they offered to send me to school and pay me to go to school and all that. And I said, sure. So I went to Lewis and Clark for 2 years.
Yeah.
Got a degree in computer programming in 1973.
You were kind of the first on that stuff, weren't you?
That was
computer programming.
That was in the infancy of computers. I can tell you that.
What drew you to computer programming
I don't know.
Early stage in what was going on?
I took an aptitude test, and that was one of the things I had an aptitude for. They said,
"I'll be darned."
So I said, "Okay, let's do it."
Yeah.
So I did. And then, of course, I didn't have any luck finding a job that way, but I did go to work for a finance company after I graduated from school, Lewis and Clark, that is. And for about a year, then I went to work for Jersey State Bank in 1974.
And you made a pretty good career working for Jersey State Bank, didn't you?
37 years and 5 months, I think it was, something like that. So anyway, that was a pretty good run.
Yeah. And what were you at Jersey State? Loan officer?
A loan officer, and in the loan department. I worked there the whole time I was there, basically doing consumer loans, business loans, and real estate, farmer loans, that type of thing.
Being a loan officer for 37 years, all right, what are some tips, some key things you can give people, whether they're young or old or whatever, that need money, whether they're going to buy a house or they got a business that they want to open or whatever they're needing, where they need money? What are some tips that you can give them so that they can be successful in, making a deal and borrowing money?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Well, the primary thing would be is to keep your credit good. Pay your bills, in other words, on time. Of course, there's always three aspects of what's your credit history, what's your income, if you have a stable job and a steady income, and what if you're borrowing against some sort of collateral, be a car or whatever, how much down payment do you have? That's the three big considerations when it comes to making a loan.
But keep that credit clean.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Keep the credit score up, and that's
What
vital.
What do you see happening? What have you seen happened in your time, career, dealing with people? What is the mistake that they seem to make? Where do they spend money at?
Oh, well, one of them would be too excessive debt. That's the other thing you don't want to be overborrowed. But that's credit cards can get you in trouble, that type of thing. So trying to keep up with the Joneses. And in today's times, just looking at what things cost, I wonder, we really kind of wonder, how do people get by? We being me and my wife, we go out shopping.
Oh my God,
inflation's going crazy. I think.
It is. I feel for young people today. Not many kids are. Young people are getting married like we used to back in the day. You get married and you have kids. We just don't have the numbers anymore. Because it's too expensive.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's understandable, but it's a shame, So you've been retired. Do you still do anything at Jersey State Bank?
No.
No.
We're just customers there, have been all these years. But I haven't done anything for them since that I retired, basically.
Anything you want to say about Jersey State? They're the only Jerseyville owned,
only locally owned bank in Jerseyville.
I know they say that. How does that make a difference as far as a banking goes? If I'm going to pick a bank, why would I pick that bank? Well,
you're dealing with people that you bump into every day on the street. You're talking business people. It's not a corporate hand-me-down thing, where they have their corporate philosophies. It's managed by local people, and the board members are local business people, and that's just we're just hometown folks.
So it's basically owned by some people.
Stockholders
here in Jerseyville.
Yes,
Jersey.
Well, the bank's a corporation, and it's owned by the stockholders, and they are local people. They're various around, but it's basically, it's like I say, it's the only locally owned bank in town. We have a branch here in Jerseyville and then one in Grafton. That's our two facilities.
So you're retired. Been retired for 13 years, and you're still married, right?
We're for 56 years.
56 years.
To the love of my life. She's sitting in the wings here off camera. But anyway, Connie is her name. And like I say, we got two sons. Brian is a auto body technician, works for Stock Auto Body in Wood River. Jason, our youngest, is an RN, and he works for Alton Memorial's rehab facility down in Alton.
I see. And do you have any grandkids?
4 of them.
Good for you.
And 2 great-grandkids. So anyway, we recommend that, by the way.
Yes. Yes.
the grandkids.
I'm going to put this over the air. My mom just turned 94, October 23rd. Yeah. I want you to guess here on the air how many grandkids she has. Grandkids, great-grandkids, and great-great-grandkids. Take a wild number. What do you think?
Probably 20 grandkids.
She has 70 grandkids, great grandkids, and great
all
70.
combined.
A whole
70.
village.
Well, she really got something started, didn't she?
She did. She got a village going. So, hey, Salvation Army. You've been involved in the Salvation Army. Oh, before I go into this, hey, everybody, I have Richard Lott with me. Actually, what's your status with the Salvation Army? Are you the head honcho?
I'm the chairman of the Salvation Army in Jersey County. I have been for 22 years. So I've been with the Salvation Army for 40 years. I started back in 82 or something like that.
And the Salvation Army's been around for how long?
50 years in Jersey County. 51 years, actually.
How about just the Salvation Army? Where'd it start at?
It started in England under William Booth in the 1800s. I'm not sure what year. But then I guess it spread. It's worldwide now. But I'm not sure how it evolved into Jersey or into the U.S. But it is a national organization.
How did you get involved? I mean, there's plenty of organizations you could get involved in, right? But how did you end up in Salvation Army?
The Methodist minister, R.E. George, was the chairman of the Salvation Army for several years here. He actually started the Salvation Army in Jersey County.
Yeah.
And he asked me to be what they call the Tree of Lights chair, which is, and I said, what does that job entail? He says, well, you're just a figurehead, and you don't have to do anything. Well, R.E. had a way of making you do things and making you enjoy it.
Oh, well.
And that was one of his real big talents. But anyway, so we got involved in it up to our knees. And then after we run the campaign, he asked me if I wanted to be on the board. And I said, sure I would. I forgot to ask him what the term was. He said, well, till you die or move away. So anyway, I've been with it ever since. So, and it's very rewarding. My family, my dad was in the Army, World War II.
Yeah.
And he had a real high regard for the Salvation Army because they took good care of the troops back in those days.
Okay.
And I kind of had a warm spot for my heart there because of that. And so that's why I agreed to get involved in it, and I have no regrets. I mean, it's been a great ride.
What are some of the things that the Salvation Army does? Maybe around here, anyway.
Well, we have our facility over at 813 West Carpenter, Salvation Army building there. We have a food pantry. We do financial assistance.
Right there's the food pantry?
Yes.
Okay.
And we do financial assistance, and also we have a thing called hygiene, cleaning supplies, that type of thing. We started that several years ago, and that's one of our big things. There's about 70 or so of those each month go out. And but anyway, that's the three main things we do. And we also are the agent for Illinois American Water under the program called H2O.
Yeah.
Where they they send us money periodically to give back to the customers, that their customers, to help pay their water bills. And we're just the agent for that.
Yeah. Have you ever heard about the organization St. Vincent de Paul?
Yes.
It's a Catholic organization, and that's what they kind of do as well.
Yes.
And didn't you say Salvation Army is basically a kind of a religious organization as well?
The Salvation Army is a church.
Okay.
I can't think of the name of the actual church, but they are. All the officers you see walking around in uniform are ordained ministers. We are what we call a service extension unit. And the difference is our place is run by volunteers, with the exception of Terry Genesio, who is our case manager. She is a paid employee of the Salvation Army. But all the other people, the board members, et cetera, are all volunteers. And but then there's a core unit, which is the ones where you see officers like Alton, what have you, St. Louis. Those are core units. And they are, and they actually have church services and
they do
at all these locations, et cetera, every week. We don't do that at our location because we are a service extension unit.
I see. So you take canned goods and food items.
Yes.
What do you like to get as far as the Salvation Army?
Well, we'll be doing our can drives and stuff like that. Canned foods, cereal, pasta, that type of thing.
Something that keeps well.
Yeah, well, perishable stuff is okay if it's, but we don't want to get overwhelmed with it.
Right.
Vegetables and things such as that. We get that stuff from the garden people, they bring their garden supplies in.
Excuse me. So what days do you give out food where people can come and get some stuff?
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Really?
From 9 to 1 as our hours of operation.
Wow.
Yeah.
And people are bringing things in, and you're sending it out.
Yep.
Just coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out.
But that kind of leads to what I'm about to say here. Our philosophy is you don't give to the Salvation Army, you give through the Salvation Army.
Through the Salvation Army.
We are a conduit. And, you give it to us, we pass it on. And that goes for all the, several charities in town. You talk about the St. Vincent de Paul. They do the similar thing.
Yes, they do.
But it's a through, not a to type of thing.
So you are available. I mean, you get food out to folks that need some food.
Yes.
And then you also do other things, right?
Well, with financial assistance. With,
talk about financial assistance.
Light bills, water bills. That's the two biggies right there as far as what we do. And again,
I mean, how do you judge that? Because you can't pay everybody's hot water bill.
Well, we have a limit. We up to $200 per family per year is a limit we.
Okay, so if somebody is got themselves in a hard way, right, between a rock and a hard spot, they could go to the Salvation Army, and if they qualify and everything's cool, you could help them out with a couple $100.
And we do that all the time.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you get your money? Just donations, or
we have our Tree Lights campaign, which we're just about to get started here on. Our budget, our goal this year is $42,000, and it's been $40,000 for several years. We've decided to raise it a notch, but anyway, that's one of the sources. And we get donations through the year from memorials and just for whatever reason. People send us a check, and that just goes into our budget. Mm-hmm. And the other thing we have is we have a Dorothy Westerhold. I have to mention her name because she's the reason we're in the building we're in right now. She gave us a big chunk of money, and we were able to buy that building and remodel it, et cetera. And it's a great facility for what we do. And I'm sure where I was going with that. Well, as far as fund, and we do have some interest income we can collect on as well. So basically, it's primarily through the Tree of Lights is our biggest.
Okay, when you say Tree of Lights, are you talking about where you set up
ring the bells
and at Christmas time?
Right,
when does that start?
November 14th.
So November 14th, you guys will start hitting the grocery stores and different areas for donations.
Right. We try to do 6 weeks of bell ringing, so we just count backwards from Christmas, and that is the 14th of November. And we've been doing that for several years, and I think that helps us be successful.
How do you get enough people to ring the bells everywhere? Because that takes a lot of people.
Well, I send out, we do, about 100 letters a year to different organizations and churches, and the schools are a big help.
Are they?
I mean, I have to kudos to Unit 100, the high schools, et cetera. They're a great supporter of the bell ringing. And I have to give a shout out to the National Honor Society in particular, because the first Saturday, they're going to ring all 4 locations all day. That's 44 hours of bell ringing.
Wow.
And they've done that several years running now. So I have to really take my hat off to them for doing that.
Sure.
And there's other organizations, churches, and individuals. I have a lot of people. Like if I need to fill in a slot, I can call.
Who organizes all that? You?
Me.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm the contact person on it. I've been doing it for some time.
So you got it down to a science.
Oh, well, I think so. But it's still horse and buggy because I use paper to keep track of it, not computer.
Well, that surprises me because you got it in computers when computers were just born.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah. I would think you'd be a computer whiz.
Well, no, not so much.
No. Yeah. Well, Tree of Lights coming up. And if anybody wanted to say, you know what, I'd kind of like to ring the bell. I'd kind of like to help out. You'll welcome them in, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So how do they How do they get a hold of you? How do they get on the list?
They can give me a call.
Yeah.
What number?
Sure.
618-498-3166
Okay.
is my home phone. The cell phone is 618-946-2702.
Okay.
Did I say 498 for the home phone?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yes. So, and actually, you know, if you're just thinking about it, or you mention it and you don't remember the numbers, you could always, you could probably go on. Do you have a web page or a Facebook page?
The Salvation Army does.
Yes.
And we will get that populated with that information as well.
Yeah.
One of our techies can do that for us.
Sure. And then they could always, if you had to, call the station. We could call me. I could relay your number. Or you could show up at the Salvation Army Monday. Would you say Monday, Wednesday?
Monday, Wednesday, or Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. From what time?
9 to 1.
9 to 1.
And just there, Terry will be glad to take your information.
And how about when you drop off food? Can you drop off food anytime?
Yes, anytime.
Anytime.
Yep,
Just
anytime. And people do. They could just
the
stop
back
by.
of the building, front of the building?
Well, they just usually come to the front and say, I got a few things in my car here. And, you know, it's one of those things that no gift is too small, so to speak. But it just takes a whole lot of little things like that to keep it running.
Just food, though, no clothes.
Right.
Just food.
Or furniture.
No food.
Furniture.
Yeah, just food.
Yep.
All right. Anything else that we need to mention before we run out of time here, Richard?
How much time do we have left?
A couple minutes.
Okay. No, I just wanted to say, first of all, what's the values in life? Family. I invited my wife to come along and just sit in on our interview here, although she's not participating. And that you know, as I say, I'm the fourth of 10 kids, so family is really important. And with the kids, the grandkids, and great grandkids, et cetera, it's really important. This is a great county, and
Yes.
as far as the Salvation Army is concerned, and personally, great county to live in. I believe it. I really believe that.
Boy, I hear that every day. Every day, people go on about, even people that have moved in here, how they love it. They love living here in the county.
Yeah. And as far as the way we do the Salvation Army, and I've talked to several other units that have different types of county structure. It's just not. This is almost a perfect storm here because we have centrally located Jerseyville.
Yeah.
And great people to help on the volunteering side. We strive real hard to keep a good image in town, and I think we're successful with that. But anyway, as I say, the final motto of the Salvation Army is, you know, everybody helps us do the most good.
Right.
That is our motto: is doing the most good.
Doing the most good.
That's it.
Yep. Well, it's a good motto to have. And thank you so much, you and Connie, for helping out like you do with the Salvation Army and helping so many people by it.
I couldn't do it without her. She's a great support on that too, and I appreciate that.
Yes. And in your retirement, sometimes you do a little traveling, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
seen a little bit of the country and the world. We got to have about three or four states that we haven't been in yet.
Yeah.
In the U.S., we are we're working on marking them off.
Yeah.
We did get to go see the Northern Lights. That was one of the things on our bucket list. We went to see those just on a Alaskan cruise we went on.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool.
That is cool. That is cool.
So,
well, Richard, thanks so much for coming in.
and thank you for the invitation.
Oh, you are welcome. Take care.